next day.
Could plummet and break this like relatively low, right? And if we're even considering getting a break structure on the 4 hour, we have to break structure on the 1 hour first too, and that ain't happening, or at least yet.
Hey yo, what's up? So I wasn't really able to like upload this. This is a video long overdue, but basically I'm gonna be going over a trade recap on MNQ the other day during New York session. I saw that we were going like hella bullish, and so I was waiting for the price to hit a key level, and I saw that it made like an imbalance, and I was waiting for retracements, and I was bringing out equilibrium. So C's price was coming down here, and this is why I bought, this is where like I bought it right at that, like when it touched. It doesn't show it, but that's where I actually did buy it, hitting these hourly highs to the TP. And so yeah, man, I was like, it didn't make the full retracement I thought it would. I thought I already did make a second retracement to the imbalance. As I hit TP1, I moved my stop loss to break even, and I took partial profits. And yeah, of course, it started going down. And yeah, I think it right here just like took me out over here of the trade, almost just barely, and then it took me out. So it is what it is. After that, all I did was really like journal my trade over here. Yeah, so it's an okay trade. I'm getting better at my journaling though. Need to kind of lock in on like rereading it every single day and looking at all my journal trades and my rules before I step foot into the market. So that's kind of like where my headspace is at right now. Really just trying to pass this combine. This 50K combine. We're getting really close to passing it, and then once I pass this combine, I'm gonna be set, just straight up like set. So then after that, like I'm gonna buy more and more funded accounts and get payouts to pay for those activation fees. So yeah, that's really the plan. Well, it's like staking no risk management, only risking like 0.5%, like only risking 3 contracts. That's how I'm able to like kind of get in the hang of like when it comes to like trading, and able to like make better executions rather than just profits. And yeah, so if you're wondering what I'm like, yo, you're like, what is he doing here? I'm basically just like back testing. And I know this doesn't look like back testing. You're probably wondering like, what is this? This is not FX replay or like, or whatever. This is not. The reason why it is because I think that like going through past live markets is much better alternative than just going to like, than just like kind of live replay, just because it gives you, it doesn't give you like true price action, just kind of show you bleep, bleep, bloop, bloop, instead of like the actual like anxiety of the 1 minute that people say they have. And so this is just me quote unquote back testing. This is how I back test. I look at like last week's price action, and I look at like New York session. On like each New York session on last week. And I just mark out like what trades could have, like I probably would have taken based off my setup and my rules, and and mark out high times of area liquidity and using my strategy, which basically is like high time frame reversals, continuation to kind of basically the Judas swing a little bit. But yeah, like I'm over here, marking out Asia and London time sessions and going and putting London highs and lows, Asia highs and lows, doing that for every single day for every New York trade. New York session for MNQ for last week. So that's how I backtest, and that's how I think most people should really backtest. Yeah, so this is really just all about like what could I have done better last week, and just kind of marking out like price action behavior and what did price do, and gives me a much more better feel of the market than if I would have actually just backtest, which for me just never worked, just never really clicked in my brain. So, but yeah, what could I have done better? Should I have traded here? Boom, boom, boom. So to me this is just much better. And bro, I was so locked in, I forgot I even had coffee here, bro. This was from like 3 hours, like from like 4 hours ago, bro. This is disgusting, bro. Oh my god, bro. When you're so locked in, you forgot to drink, you forgot you had coffee. Yeah, so sorry about that. If you saw that kind of cup of beans next to my desktop, like, God forbid, like, sorry about that. You gotta see that. I know it's disgusting. But yeah, this is how I normally would usually backtest. It's much better than FX replay, and so yeah, that's what I really gotta say. I don't really gotta say too much other than what are the plans for this YouTube. I guess I'm gonna like start doing like more, I might do a face reveal soon. That's really about it. Just gonna do more like exciting general vlogs and shit. Probably like channel really gonna be all about like helping people, if you know what I mean. And I don't know why, but I'm like stuck here on this thing. But yeah, we're just gonna like, I guess really all about kind of helping people. I really kind of want to go all around the world and just like kind of go to every like single village and just like build hospitals. Really, that's what I want to do with the trading money that I have. Help fill my cup and fill other people's cup. Fill for the fam as well. That's kind of what I had really in mind. Bro, I was so locked in. I forgot I even had coffee here, bro. This was from like 3 hours, like from like 4 hours ago, bro. This is disgusting, bro. Oh my god, bro. When you're so locked in, you forgot to drink. You forgot you had coffee. Upload videos every day because I've recently just like figured out like kind of how like hard it is just to do so every single day and edit every single day while I was trying to like do some other things. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just I'm saying it's kind of very unlikely for a lot of people, especially when you experience burnout. But I'm gonna do the best I can because I believe I can do it. I can do anything. But yeah, I really got not much to say other than expect more from me. My trading is getting better every single day. Right now, reading this book called Think and Grow Rich. It's probably the best book, one of the best books I've ever written. Not written, but like read, other than like the Bible. The Bible's like the #1 book. But yeah, Think and Grow Rich is a really, really good book. I highly recommend it. But yeah, this is just me going over like how I really backtest and kind of price action, how price reacts to certain like, building blocks, high time frame building blocks, in New York session. So like I have a better feel of like what price is doing in New York session and how I can like add that into my like next week's play. So yeah, I'm gonna see you later.